So this problem says you have $31 left on your Subway gift card that you use to buy lunch. Each day you buy a $5 footlong and bring your own drink. What is your balance after 5 days? And how many days will you have a balance? After how many days will you have a balance of $16? So the first thing I want to do is just identify the important information. So if we're reading this problem, I would say that $31 left is important and $5 footlong each day would be important. So let's write those two things down. So our givens are that we have $31 left. And we've got, we buy a $5 footlong every day. Okay, so remember, we always have to ask ourselves, do we have totals, slopes, which use the word per, or do we have starting points? So I'm just going to go through that list in my head while I'm thinking about these numbers. So $31 left. Is that a total? So I have a total of $31. That's true, but I'm not going to have a total of $31 once we're done. So it is not considered a total. Okay. Can I use the word per with it? $31 per left? No, that doesn't really make sense. Starting point. Do I start with $31? Yes, totally do. Okay. So this is a starting point. So this is my starting point. And remember, our starting point is always our y-intercept, which is the b value. As soon as I know I have a b value, I know I'm using y equals mx plus b. As soon as I know I have a starting point, I know that's my equation. Mommy. So next thing I see is that I buy $5 footlongs every day. So I need to ask myself, is that a total? So do I have a total of $5 footlongs? No. Do I have slope or per? So $5 footlongs, ooh, every day. Could I switch that to per day? Yeah, that totally works. So that's my slope, my m value. Okay, if you don't remember this stuff, remember we have notes on page 48 that you could refer back to. Okay, so I've got my m and I've got my b, so I'm ready to write my equation. So my equation would then be y equals my m, which is $5. And because I'm spending $5 per day, right, because I'm spending $5 per day, it's negative $5 for every 1 day. So my slope is negative 5. So negative 5x, okay, and then plus my b value. My b value, I have $31 left, so that's positive money, so it's 31. Now I've got to do my let statements because they're crazy important. Okay, so my let statements, remember that's what x equals and what y equals. Okay, so this time the x is connected to the negative $5 per day. Okay, the per is talking about the days. So x is going to be my number of days. Okay. And now where my y is what everything equals. So that's going to be what it equals at the end. So this time I'm saying money, $5, $31. So y is my total money left on the gift card. Another word that they use in this problem, instead of total money left, they call it the balance on gift card. Either one of those is correct. It doesn't matter which one you use. Okay. And now we can answer the question. So the first question says, what is your balance after 5 days? Okay, this is where we look at our let statement. So 5 days, days is an x value. So when we do 5 days, we know x equals 5. So I just need to plug in my equation and my x equals 5 on Desmos and see where they cross. So let's do that now. So my equation was y equals negative 5x plus 31. and I have x equals 5. Okay. If I see where they cross, I see that they cross at 5, 6. So the x value is the number of days. And my y value is my balance. So my balance is $6. Okay, so there's the first question. The second question said, after how many days will you have a balance of $16? So they're asking how many days this time. And we know that we have a balance of $16. Okay, so if I'm doing this one, I'm going to say my balance is $16. And we know balance is a y, so y equals 16. So I go back to Desmos. I'm no longer talking about 5 days. I'm talking about my balance of 16. So I can get rid of my 5 days and put in this 16 for my balance. And if I zoom out, I could find where they cross. So they cross at 3:16. So I know 3 is my number of days. And 16 is my balance, $16 balance. And I just know that because I went back and I looked at what my X stands for and what my Y stands for. Now, you may be able to do most of this in your head. You probably knew in your head intuitively that we would have $16 after 3 days, or after 5 days we would have $6. But you must write an equation. You must write the equation. You must do the let statements. Okay? Those are required, non-negotiables.